Hi everybody, welcome. My name is Jordy and this reading is for Virgo. So we're going to be starting with some crystal ball gazing and then we'll move into pulling a rune and a 10 card tarot spread using the Smith-Waite deck. Thank you so much for being here today, liking, sharing, commenting below, and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of your love and support. So let's get started. We'll just open up our minds to the crystal ball and tap into the Virgo collective. So I'm seeing an apple tree. Looks like the apple tree is actually ablaze, but a single red apple has fallen down into your hands, is what I'm seeing. And this apple has some seeds. I see it cut open in half. So that's beautiful imagery, full of symbolism. We'll see what else comes up and then we'll interpret it. I'm also seeing a mushroom growing to the size of a building, and then you going inside of the mushroom and becoming one with the universe is what I'm hearing. I love that. Okay, I think that's enough symbolism. We'll just talk about those two symbols today. So the apple tree, or the fruit-bearing tree, is a symbol of knowledge. So is the mushroom. And the apple tree blossoms. It's full of abundance. It's full of the trees represent our connection to family, our roots, our connection to this body, to this life that we're in, and the fact that it all was ablaze, on fire, tells me that certain cycles of abundance in your life may have expired, may have burnt up, but the fact that you caught an apple before the rest of the tree caught on fire and that you have the apple seeds tells me that you have the potential to take those seeds of knowledge from your previous experience, from your previous chapter, even though it's ended and there were some beautiful parts to that chapter. You can plant those seeds and watch them grow and see new, long-lasting abundance in whatever area of your life that you're hoping for come back again. And in the meantime, after the fire has settled, after the wood is burned down, later on, there's the mushrooms popping up. So I feel like the in-between period between you finishing a cycle of abundance in your life, taking the seeds and hoping for and planting and nurturing those seeds of hope for the future. As long as you keep nurturing those seeds of hope, in the in-between period, we have the decomposition phase of the mushrooms, and the mushroom phase being kind of what you're in now. We'll call it the mushroom phase, which is all about exploring the universe, exploring the interconnectivity of life. And it's very spiritual. It's about spiritual knowledge being unlocked to you. Sometimes our biggest blockage in this lifetime to gain spiritual awareness and clarity is our abundance. So there's been a trade-off here on some type of level where you're in between different eras of abundance, and in that in-between transition zone, you're able to tap into new knowledge, new awareness, and have a deeply spiritual experience. So that's what I'm getting for the crystal ball of Virgo. It's very powerful. Let's pull a rune. So I think this is called Fehu. Actually, no, this one's called Answaz. It's all about leadership, truth, wisdom, and communications. It brings a message of insight, inspiration, and blessings. So there will be blessings on this in this transition phase. You will be supported. There still will be nurturing. There still will be sustenance to your growth. And it's a time of you needing to take leadership in your life and to connect with the truth of your being, the truth of your situation. Employ wisdom and develop your wisdom. And it's all about communicating with the universe around you. Even if you feel like you are in some form of lack or transition, keep communicating and keep reaching into new areas. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, let's connect with the tarot. You may feel on the outskirts of society or family dynamic, maybe even on the outskirts of a workplace dynamic. You may feel like you have a poor reputation, or that you are misunderstood because of inconsistencies in your life, ups and downs. You're definitely admired for the effort you put towards certain things, but people do get burnt by your energy, Virgo, because it seems to be that you've had to make a lot of quick, swift movements in different directions. And that's in contradiction to this collective energy of stability. You're a bit of a wild card, is what I'm hearing. So we're going to pull all 10 cards. Okay. So we have some swords here. Overall energy is the Ace of Swords. We have Pentacles and a few of the other suits. Yeah, we have all 4 suits here. So if we can look at it this way. The 7 and the 7, the only water and wands you have in this reading, which talk about emotions and passion and willpower, are in the number 7. So that's like pathways, talks about complex choices. And you may not have the emotional clarity. You may not have all the information you need at this time to successfully go towards your goals. And in the future, it also may be confusing why your past has gone a certain way as well. Like, what's the purpose of having gone through all these twists and turns on this path? And the 7 of Wands is saying here in the future that if you choose to keep fighting, if you choose to keep persevering, you will start to see outcomes that you're hoping for. But it's an energy of having to stay on top of things, especially with these 2 cards here. Now, this card right here is very beautiful. It's showing that you are in a ripe and ready to eat energy spiritually with the High Priestess. This is kind of saying, like, these both talk about fruits of knowledge. So your abundance right now, you are abundant in knowledge, and if you feel like you don't know what that means, then you have to take some more concerted effort, prioritize your time to go within. If you just give yourself a daily routine, or even once a week, a time to go within and meditate even, you'll realize that all the answers you need, all the peace and all of the abundance will flow in from that place of silence. Because you have an abundance of spiritual connection right now, but you're not connecting to it easily because of trauma and a lack in things that you would expect to have that other people may have in this life. You may be feeling like your work, your projects, your career, your stability, your finances are all upside down and in a bad state right now. Relationships may be difficult as well. You may feel like there's nowhere to go, nowhere to feel safe and secure. Yet you're in this ripe and abundant energy, with the foundation below it being spiritual knowledge and awareness. So it's very much talking about what we talked about with the mushroom and the apple tree. So, you know, here's that Knight of Wands energy again. I think there's advice in these two cards. I think the advice is to persevere and to wield the superpower of your nature. If you're not feeling enthusiastic about your state right now, it's because you've disconnected from your intuition, you've disconnected from your connection to source. Once you reconnect to that source connection, you're going to feel like passion, you're going to feel drive, you're going to have clarity and awareness on where to put your energy next. And this is a very significant stage in your life, because it really could all just fall apart right now if you were to give up. I don't think you are going to give up. I don't see cards that suggest that. But I do see cards that suggest confusion and instability and feeling overwhelmed. And this is all just so that you can change your perspective from, oh my gosh, my apple tree was on fire, it's burnt down to the ground, I only have one apple with a couple of seeds in it. Changing your perspective from that outer experience into the inner experience of the mushroom world. Getting into the mycelial network. I'm laughing because it reminds me of Star Wars or Star Trek or whatever. But the infinite universe is at your fingertips here. There's also an energy of traveling the underworld with the Six of Swords, Ten of Swords, and the High Priestess here. So you may experience what feels like a shadow or a heaviness to the matrix around you. So your energy is potent at this time. So when you're in negative energy, or when you're in a confused state, a burnt out state, or even a transitional state, it may feel like the universe is responding to your energy in a hyper negative way, or in a hyper confused way, through technology not working, through obstacles popping up one after another. And then when you tap into that divine source that you have in abundance here, and then you have your clarity and your energy back and your vitality back, even if it's only in waves, temporary waves, you'll find that you can ride those waves of positive synchronicity as well. So it's a bit choppy waters here with these waters in the background of this card. The energy states are quite volatile. And I use the word volatile, I feel like it's not it's not the right word, but they're definitely not in temperance energy. It's more in highs and lows with this Two of Pentacles. Here this person's standing on top of a hill. Here this person's flattened on the bottom of the battlefield, you know? So that's what I've got for the current energy, for the current reading. For Virgo, we're going to jump into an extended reading now. So thank you so much for being here. If you'd like to join me in the extended side, there's a button in the description box to become a member. Only $4.99 a month, and you get access to all the extended readings for all the readings posted this month. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you again soon.